Good afternoon, all of you. In the last lecture, I discussed the different Mbed development tools that are available. With the help of different tools, you will design out the systems with the help of hardware and software. In this topic, I am going to discuss is identify the features offered by the Embed SDK and HDK. So whatever Embed platform is there, this Embed platform includes the two types of devices that is called SDK and HDK. So SDK indicates software development kit and HDK indicates the hardware development kit. So whenever you're going to use the software development kit and hardware development kit, it means that there are variety of options are available there. On the Embed platforms, there are so many softwares are available. You can directly use that software. There are a number of hardwares are also available. You can use any hardwares and you can try to develop your systems. It means that your work is easy when you are going to use the Embed. So we will discuss what is the features of SDK and what are the features of SDK in this topic. So first we will start with the Embed Software Development Kit. It is called Embed SDK. So Embed Software Development Kit includes software libraries. So there are various types of libraries that are available. Like you are going to use in a C language, C++ language, stdio.h, ponyo.h. What is this? This is a header files. So header files includes a different types of libraries. Here also there are various types of libraries that are available. If you need this library, this particular library, then you can use it directly. You can go for that. So what is the basic things of? And also official C++ software. So when you are going to write programs in Embed, you can use the C++ and also C++ software libraries are also available. So what is the meaning of software libraries? अगर हम बोलते हैं कि C++ का software library available, so what is the meaning? It's meaning that if any software is having library, it means that you can easily able to write the programs, you can easily able to compile the programs, you can easily able to debug the programs. Okay, so these facilities will be available. So this is the C++ software library available, Office. Okay, and also it has startup code, peripheral drivers, networking, RTOS, and runtime involved. Now, when you are going to install some softwares, all of you know about that. In that software, some examples programs are given. Okay, that is called startup code. And also, when I will show you the programs of MSC 430, then in the body of the programs, you can get 3 or 4 lines. That 3-4 lines are common for each programs. अगर हम कोई भी program करते हैं, then you have to use that particular instruction. Okay, so if you are going to use this particular instructions, then it's very easy to write the programs. And also peripheral drivers. So there are various types of drivers will be there. If you are using the input devices or output devices, if the any drivers will be required for that particular drivers, also libraries will be available in this Embed Software Development Kit. Networking, when we are going to design the systems, it means that IoT systems, it means that you are going to exchange the information between the systems or between systems and environments. So for that purpose, you need a networking. So for the networking program also it is available, and also the real-time operating system. So real-time operating system is very essential in the case of IoT devices. Since this type of devices is having 24/7 on, it means that it is always on. So the RTOs will be fine with this, and also runtime environment. When you are able to write all the programs, you can able to check that, you can able to run the programs, and you can check that if any error is there. If any error is there, you are going to improve, or you are going to rectify the particular errors, and you can get the good result. And also community developed libraries and tools. Now you can see this is the online software. Okay, Embed platform is online software. So in India or in abroad, anywhere else, there are so many people are going to use this platforms. So let us consider any persons develop some libraries or some codes, then you can easily take the codes. You can easily use the libraries. There is no foundation in that. So it's very helpful. Let us consider you are doing some project with the help of 10 students. So 10 students want to do simultaneously all the things. So how it will possible? So you can go for the Embed platforms and it will discuss all the things. If anyone will develop some codes, if you will write the codes, you can use the codes and then you can move forward. So this is a very much advantage of that. Now, cookbook of hundreds of reusable peripherals and module libraries have been built on top of the SDK, which can be used to build a project faster. Now, some ready-made peripherals are available. Some ready-made modules libraries are available. You have to use that particular peripherals, or you have to use the module libraries, which is kept on the top of the SDK, like a stack, okay? So which can be used to build that faster. So in this way, you can design your system in a very few minutes. Sorry, in a very few days. Okay, मतलब कुछ समय में हम develop कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? If your effort is combined. Now, software tools such as build tools, test tools, and development. Now, when you are going to develop any software or develop any programs, then for programs you are going to build the programs. It means that if you are going to build the program, it means that you are using this program, you are converting this program which is fitted in a proper hardware. That's why you are going to build the tools. So some building tools are available. Also test it. You have to test the programs, debug it. If any error is there, you can able to find it. So all the things will be available. So just you have to go through with this, and then you are going to use the embed platforms, and you can develop the systems very easily. Now some other features is also there when we are talking about the license. So license under the permissive Apache 2.0 license. So you have to remember this license. Okay. All codes can be used in both commercial and personal projects with confidence. So there is no foundations you are going to use the codes in where. जैसे मान लो मैंने कोड लिखा, it's fine, you can use it, no issue in that. But in every times it's not possible. But with the help of these embed platforms, it is possible. You can use it. You can develop a systems. Since the motto of this platform is you have to develop a systems, you have to develop a very efficient systems like that. So this is the thing. Now it is compatible with different hardware platforms also. So there are so many other hardware platforms is also available, except that ARM Cortex, M series. Okay, in that also you can able to write the programs. Support for multiple tool chains. So it will be supported by the multiple companies, multiple softwares, multiple hardware. Like I have given examples, ARM key. So with the help of this, you can able to develop the codes, you can write the code, you can try to dump the codes of the hardware, and you can able to verify the result. Same way, This code error, code red, code source, the GCC. So these all are types of compilers. So all of you know about that. What is the use of compilers? So you will compile the programs and you are making executable file. Now when we are talking about the tool chains and the ID, then the file is GCC ARM, GNU tools for ARM embedded system. So whenever you are going to write a programs, you need a compiler, correct? So GCC is a one type of compiler. So what is the meaning of GCC? So GCC is called GNU compiler collection. GNU compiler collection. Compiler collection. Okay. So this is a type of compiler which can collect all the informations and they will able to make a executable file. So this is based on GNU tools. This GCC compiler is made with the help of GNU tools. So GNU tools, what is the GNU actually? We will talk about the GNU. So GNU includes GNU is not Unix. So all of you heard about the two types of operating systems. Sorry, there are many, Unix and Linux. All of you heard about that. Okay. So this GNU is not a Unix operating system. This is a Linux operating system. That's why it is called GNUs, not Unix. Okay. So now the GNU is the operating system which has free software. So what is the benefit of Linux? All of you know that when you are using the Linux, you need not buy any software. Remember that. All softwares are available free of cost. It is a open source software. So these things you are going to use with the help of develop the programs. Now when we are talking about the Unix software, so Unix operating system is a multitasking, multi-user operating system. So it's very good. Multitasking first and multi-users. What is the meaning of that? You have a Windows, you are going to using Windows. Okay. So in Windows, at a time, how many members are doing the work? Let us consider you have a laptop, you have a desktop. Then how many users can do the work simultaneously? Only one. Correct. But if you want to do, if you want to increase the number of persons will do the work simultaneously, then you can go for the Unix platform, Unix operating systems. Okay, that's why it is developed. It is used in a company very frequently. In the company, there are so many persons are there. This all are going to use in a single project. Okay. So this is about the Unix. And also when we're talking about the ARM system, standard library and microlib, that is called Mubuser. So ARM is also developed compilers that is called ARM system. Okay, it means ARM compiler. So it has some libraries and also the microlib. The name is Mubuser. All of you, when you are going to use the key software, then you can see it is written kill Mubuser. Vision. Okay, it means that with the help of kill visions, you are going to write a programs for a particular hardware. If I will get the time, then I will show you how can you able to write the programs with the kill software. And also how can you select the different hardware platforms in that. Now the next is IAR, IAR embedded workbench. So actually IAR embedded workbench is also one type of ID. Okay, it is also one type of development environment. With the help of you can process or you can design any embedded systems on that. So the IAR embedded workbench is an IDE that include C++ compiler to generate the fastest performing and most compact coding industry. So it is used in the industry in the more time. Also GCC code red soup. This is also one type of compilers. Code compilers. Okay. GCC code source tree code well. So this different company has made different types of compiler, but the motto of all the compiler is same. You have to write a program and you have to make one executable file for a particular hardware. So you have to keep in mind of that. Okay. So now when we are talking about the Embed SDK and open source. So this Embed SDK is also having open source. So if you want to do any project, if you want to do any design any systems, then you can go for Linux, you can use it, you can use it in the Linux. It's very much effective, very much efficient. Now in the Linux operating systems, you want to use the any C++ language or any C++ codes, then you have to include the GCC compiler for that. Remember, in that options are available, different libraries are there. You can select in the library and you can get that. So now when we are talking about the features of Embed SDK, now it is compatible with different hardware platforms. जैसे मान लो कि अगर हमारे पास हार्डवेयर एक है, we can able to write the program for that. अगर वो नया आ गया, then also you can write the program. मतलब क्या हुआ कि एक हम सॉफ्टवेयर से बहुत सारे हार्डवेयर के लिए प्रोग्राम लिख सकते हैं. That is very efficient things. Okay, that's why it is then compatible with different hardware platforms. Here I'm showing that there are three different types of programs, hardware platforms there. You can see Embed LPC 1768. This looks like this. Embed LPC 11U24. This looks like that. And Freescale KL258. So these different types of hardware are available. There are enormous hardware are available. You can choose anyone and you can develop a system. You can design a system. Now, when we are talking about the NXP series MCU, including Cortex M0, with the help of Cortex M0 processor, LPC 11U24, LPC 1114, LPC 11C24, LPC 420, this type of different controllers will design. Okay, when with the help of Cortex M0 Plus, LPC 810 and LPC 812 will be found. With the help of Cortex M3 processor, LPC 1768 and LPC 1347 is designed. Cortex M4, LPC 4088, LPC 430 is designed. Now, when we are talking about the ARM7 TDMIS LPC 2368, it means that what I am telling is Cortex M family. Okay, Cortex M family series processor is there. With the help of processor, you are going to develop a different types of hardware that is called controllers. When you are going to Freescale series of MCU, it is also including KL25Z and KL05Z. That's why I have shown here KL25Z. Okay, like when you are discussing the Arduino board, okay, same type of board is available. Arduino board, Raspberry Pi board, okay. When we are talking about the STM microelectronics series MCU, including Cortex M4 processor, STM32F407. It means that there are varieties of, there are number of hardware equipments are available. That equipment is used with the help of any processor, any Cortex. So if you have, there are so many options are available to use the different types of hardware, and then you can go for the designing and select your proper devices according to your application. So depending upon the applications, you have to select, you have to choose whatever you need. So this is all about the software development. Now a little bit I'm talking about the embed hardware development kit. So whatever I have discussed in this slide and features of Embed SDK, you will see there are whatever I have named it, LPC 11 U224, LPC 1114, LPC 11 C224, LPC 4. These all are hardware. So these are our variety of hardware, and these hardwares are also available in the embed platforms. So you have to select any proper hardware, and you can develop or you can design any system. There is no issue in that. So now the embed hardware development kit HDK. HDK indicates the hardware development kit provides recipes to build custom hardware devices. So what will happen if you are going to design the systems, and in system some features are already available like in HDK tools, then you can select the tools and you can use the tools directly. Microcontroller subsystem design files and firmware. So with the help of microcontrollers, you can able to design any systems, and also when you are going to develop the system for a real time, then you can design with the software and hardware both simultaneously. That is called firmware. A specification. A specifications of all support components and circuits. So there are various components are available, circuit boards are available. You can use the circuit boards, and if you will face any problem, you can go to the help section. He will tell you all the information related to the problems. So the embed hardware platforms off the shelf development boards such as Freedom KL25Z, NXP LP C1768 board, Bluetooth LE enabled Nordic NRF 51822 board. So there are different boards are available. So with the help of these boards, you can able to develop a system, you can able to develop a designs. It's depending upon your choice. Now you can see when we are talking about the general things, general I am considering any board that is called evaluation board. So with the help of evaluation boards, you can develop any system. In that you can see some functions are there, reset, USB and target power. So these three ports are coming outside from the board. This is the reset button and this is the USB. With the help of USB, you can configure that or you can download the programs. Target power, you can supply the powers. When we are talking about the USB, it is called onboard interface. Okay, so when it is onboard remote source, there are two things are there: SWD and UART. With the help of SWD, SWD means serial wire debug. So serial wire debug. With the help of this, you can able to find the error in the programs in the systems. So with the help of USB, you can able to transfer the data between the outer devices and the MCUs. For that purpose, you are going to use the HWD and UART. With the help of UART, you are going to exchange the informations. You are going to transfer the data with the help of USB port between the microcontroller and the other devices. With the help of this target power, you can supply the power to the MCUs. Okay. Now you can see with the help of this, with the help of this SWD serial buyer debug, you are going to check that if any error is there or not in the systems. So now you can see this system is consisting. There are so many peripheral devices are there. We are discussing in general. That's why I'm not going to show any particular peripheral devices is there, but you can connect several peripheral devices will be there, either input devices, output devices, whatever in between. Okay, so you can connect, you can able to connect it. So this an example of how a microcontroller subsystem might be used to build an evaluation board. Now with the help of this evaluation board, you can connect these peripheral devices, depending upon our requirements. Okay, so depending upon your requirements to connect different types of peripherals, you can write a programs, you can use it, you can get the complete systems, and then you can able to do that. So in this based of SDK and HDK, you are going to develop or you are going to design the systems in a good way. Okay. So what's the benefit of this HDK? I have written two or three SDK advantage. This is a quick design shortcut using ready-made schematics. Now I told you there are in the SDK there are various types of designs are available. SDK and SDK. It means that if smaller programs will be there for a smaller systems, then this already is developed. You have to use this developed, or you can see ready-made schematics, so that your time will be, you can save your times. You can develop Android devices in a very short time, in a very short period. Okay, so you can use the ready-made schematics, and also the same way in SDK there are so many softwares are available. There are so many programs are available. You can use the programs so that you can save the times. And also it can provide easy to use USB and debugging port support. So in the diagram you can see USB port is given. So if USB port is given, then you can easily connect with this internet with the computers, and you can play with this hardware. There is no issue in that. Okay, and also it is compatible with Embed SDK. So both with the help of SDK and HDK, you can able to develop or you can able to design any systems. That system will be very efficient according to your applications. So this is the all about identify the features offered by the Embed SDK and HDK. If you have any doubt, if you have an inquiry, then you can ask.